Hello, my name is Glenn Dyer, and you are watching a Dyer-Situation. Today I'm seeing Unforgettable, not like I didn't forget how my opening goes right there. Wow! You guys realize this is the fourth review I've put out this week, fourth movie in theaters right now, and of the four, not a single one is a sequel or a remake or an obvious ripoff. Not one. That's incredible. I mean, like, not only that, but none of them are in 3D, and Jesus Christ. I know it's not like summer yet, and that stuff's yet to come, but like, just weeks like this, they give me hope, you know? Even if not all the movies were good, you know, still, it's something to smile about, in a way. So anyway, Unforgettable. Now, you might remember this, I doubt you would, but you might from my most meh movies of 2016 video, wherein at the very end I predicted that this would be the most meh movie of 2017. Now, why did I pick it? Well, 80% of my decision was the fact that Unforgettable would be a pretty funny movie if it was forgettable. So, yeah, I predicted that Unforgettable would be very forgettable, and that's the main reason, because it made me chuckle, the idea. And 20% of it was I watched the trailer and it looks terrible. Like, I mean, it looks like it has a budget of under 10 grand or something like that. I don't know what the actual budget for this is, but it looks cheap. It looks like melodramatic, like a soap opera. It just looks awful in almost every way. I'm hoping that'll make it funny awful, but yeah, as that prediction kind of suggested, it's most likely just going to be the I don't remember this kind of awful, the one where it leaves no impact at all, just because of how like over the top it is, in the wrong kind of way, like not over the top as in like I don't know, a character goes crazy and starts bashing in squirrel heads, you know. I mean, like, over the top as in no character is relatable because it's so over the top, and the main draw of the movie is supposed to be its drama or something. But I'm just spitballing. I haven't seen the movie yet, so I gotta watch it first before I start spouting off assumptions like this. So let's get into it. Oh my god, I underestimated this movie. Okay, so, yeah, continuing where I was on the last part, yes, this is like a soap opera, and yes, it is extremely melodramatic, and yes, that is a hilariously bad thing. Honestly, I've reviewed movies like this before. I think, let's see. I know last year I reviewed When the Bow Breaks. That was probably worse than this, but this one was funnier. But When the Bow Breaks, because When the Bow Breaks was about this baby mama who turns maleficent and falls in love with the father and like turns into a slasher villain. It's just awful, but this movie's kind of in that same vein. It's kind of interesting in a way, because this is a movie where it's not the stepmom who's evil, it's the biological mom who's evil, and she wants to get her family back, and she uses her evil internet Facebook powers to do it. From the very beginning, this movie kind of screws up in a way. Like, it starts off with that whole, like, we cut to the middle of the climax, right? she's in a police station, she has blood on her face and stuff, and then they say, we have these Facebook messages from you, and like, from you to this guy, and he was found dead, and, you know, something like that. And then it cuts to 3 weeks earlier. Yeah, we'll get to that Rick and Morty thing. They made that joke because that's that's pretty terrible screenplay advice to just have the movie start like later on in there. Like it works sometimes, but you have to have a good reason for it. In this case, it kind of ruins it because we see the crazy mom. We see her like steal her phone and hook it up to the computer and like go onto Facebook and start posting things and stuff. And the thing is, if they hadn't shown that thing at the beginning, this could have been really tense. Like you're wondering, oh my god, what's she doing? What? She's setting up a false Facebook page. Oh, what's she gonna do? She's contacting her ex-boyfriend. Oh my god, what's going on here? But since we saw the beginning of the movie, we know exactly where it's going. So well, there is still some tension. It's like it's still nerfed as fuck. Like, you still know pretty much where it's going, what her plan is. It ruins it, honestly. I think it's only just because, like, they thought maybe the beginning wasn't, like, engaging enough. Let me tell you, the ending more than makes up for that, but, like, still, that's pretty terrible. Yeah, and so right off the bat, it was kind of annoying in that sense. And then there's other things, like the fact that, this isn't like a plot thing, but still, like, this is part of the melodrama soap opera part of it. She gets her phone, right? She steals her phone from the table, from this table at, like, a party and stuff, in order to get her personal info, right? So you're thinking, oh yeah, what personal info could be on the phone, right? Oh yeah, pictures of her, because we know pictures are used in that investigation later on. Okay, what else? She connects it to her computer, right? And she opens up all the files, and one of the files says birth certificate. Like, one of them has a restraining order for her ex-boyfriend. Like, you know, the normal files you carry around in your phone. Oh, hold up, I need my birth certificate real fast, and a list of my fears would be good too. Like, ridiculous. Especially later on in the movie, we find out, like, she has, of course, been, like, setting up the Facebook page and stuff. But here's the thing, like, since our main character didn't set up that Facebook page, it's easily verifiable. If you just get a search warrant, you could investigate that Facebook page, and you find that that IP is not hers, and you'd probably be able to trace it back to the crazy ex-wife. That's all I'm saying. Like, this could have easily been figured out with logic, but they didn't have time for that, I suppose. Like, sure, we caught you red-handed for murder, but let's just let you go now. Whatever. That happens later on, and it's very stupid. The ending of this movie is, like, legendarily bad, full of, like, really horrible performances and, like, extremely over-the-top nature, and, like, I was covering my mouth trying not to laugh during it. It was so stupid, so funny. Honestly, I'd almost recommend the movie based on that. It was so terrible. I almost don't want to get into it. I mean, just, like, with that rundown I gave you, maybe just, like, I don't know how you do it, but if there was some possible way you would only be able to, where you'd not pay full price for the movie, like, pay, like, $2 and see the last 20 minutes, I know that's not possible, but, like, if you could do that, that would be awesome. Because, Jesus Christ, whoever wrote this does not understand how people talk, how people act, what people with mental diseases act like. It is crazy. I really want to get into like some of the crazy shit that happens, but I'll just get into one. The husband eventually finds out that his ex-wife is doing crazy things. Not gonna say how he figures it out, but like he figures it out, and this is his immediate reaction. Oh no. And he says it exactly like that. Deadpan, just kind of staring straight forward. Oh no. That's how you knew it started getting good. That's when it started getting really funny. And, Jesus Christ. This is a pretty bad movie. This is overall. Yeah, it was... Well, I hate to say it like for the 5th time already, but it was like watching a really bad soap opera. Honestly, of the 3 movies I've reviewed that are similar to this, I mean, there was this, When the Bow Breaks, and looking it up, I think it was like The Confession, the something or other. All 3 of these movies have strange names, but it was, I've almost found it. It was the movie where like this lady was being like stalked or something like that. Wait, let's see it. It's not a secret in their eyes. But yeah, a lady was being stalked by her ex-boyfriend or something, and yeah, I can't find it. But like she was being stalked, and that movie was mostly just boring. But it had an awesome ending, and in fact an ending so awesome that I was able to recommend the movie based on that. And yeah, honestly, that's probably my favorite of the 3 movies with very similar premises and themes and all that. Definitely When the Bow Breaks is the worst one of them, but this one, honestly, still, I think it's the funniest. And that is the only possible way I could recommend this if you really want to just see how not to write a serious screenplay. This is a good movie. That's an example. I especially love it. At one point, the ex-wife is very wasp-like. You know, like this very white woman who always wears like very tight white clothing and looks very stiff and poised and all that. We get introduced to her mother, who is... It's so funny. It's like they need to give us some sort of generational context for it, because her mom is also extremely wasp-like. And she's like earlier we saw the ex-wife like with the daughter and saying like, "Don't move around your food, darling," and things like that. And then the mom says, "You're scratching your plates, darling." Jesus Christ. Because, you know, people just end up complete clones of each other. You know? It's so funny. Oh my god. And, by the way, this movie has, like, the very, very ending of this, it made me burst out laughing, because I was like... Well, not literally burst out laughing, I stopped myself, but essentially, the way it was framing, I was like, oh my god, it's gonna give us a slasher movie ending, isn't it? Where the bad guy comes back, right? And I was right. And it was so funny. That's another screenwriting tip. If your serious family thriller appears to wouldn't be too out of place in a Friday the 13th sequel, you're doing something wrong. Okay? Oh, God. Nice way to end the night. So, luckily I don't think it's going to be too forgettable, but it's still pretty funny. So, until next time, I'm Glenn Dyer, and you have been watching A Dyer-Situation.